end up happening, performing in front of a massive crowd of people here at PAX East, my first PAX ever. So it's an absolutely humbling experience to be here. Thank you all so much for joining me here. So this was a very last minute thing. I actually didn't realize I was presenting here until like literally yesterday. We had all this stuff set up, and I just want to give a huge shout out and thanks to the iBuyPower guys and the Intel guys for making this possible. So the plan for today is that I'm going to be playing the rhythm game Osu. It's a rhythm game where you click circles to the beat. It's as simple as that. I use a tablet to aim and a keyboard to tap, and that's all you need to know. Everything else is pretty self-explanatory. Hopefully some of you guys recognize the game from your favorite FPS streamer or League of Legends players. Oftentimes they'll use Osu as an aim trainer. Pretty arguable whether or not that actually works, but either way, it's a really fun game to play, and if you guys haven't heard of it, you guys should definitely check it out. Free to play, free to win. It's awesome. But anyways, guys, we're going to try to get started as soon as possible. I'm still trying to get a couple things set up, just making sure that my Osu installation is all good, and hopefully we can get started as soon as possible. Thank you all. First off, I haven't played today, so I'm going to play a couple maps just to warm up before we start getting into more harder beat maps, alright? Thank you. So, just based off of this gameplay, you can hopefully tell the basic gist of how the game operates. You see circles, the sliders, sometimes even a spinner that shows up. Those are the three main objects of the game, and that's all there is to it. Osu is a community-driven game led by two developers, Dean Herbert and Smooky Poo, and these guys are awesome. Everything about this game is done by the community for the community. Every single beat map that you see on here was handcrafted and handmade by members of the community. This one was, obviously the song was produced by someone else, but the user Fiery Rage actually sat down and placed every single object that you saw there. Everything about this game is community driven. Of course, there are officially licensed music for the game, and there's plenty of beat maps officially available on the website for you to download to play as well. So this is one of the tracks that's from one of our featured artists called Camellia. He's a very well-known music producer, especially in Japan. You might have seen him from other rhythm games as well. Thank you. So as you can tell, there's a lot of variety of beat maps and music within the game from all sorts of different cultures. Osu is predominantly filled with a lot of Japanese songs just from the nature of the music, how it's very easy and very also a lot faster than traditional American music. So a lot of top players usually prefer to play Japanese style maps or genres like metal, death metal, things like that. Typically because the music is much faster. Traditionally, a lot of American music is much at the lower BPMs, beats per minute. So oftentimes, a lot of the songs that are fun to play for top players that are actually a challenge for them will usually be Japanese style songs. I'm going to play a song that's from another featured artist from the game called Imperial Circus Dead Decadence. They're a death metal band. Alright, so this map is around 210 beats per minute. We're starting to get a little bit faster, alright? So, just to set your expectations, the maps that I were playing earlier, those are around the 5 to 6 star range. Typically speaking, if you were to grind Osu, you could probably get around that skill level in maybe 1 to 2 years. For a map like this, we're going from 6 to 8 stars, 2 whole stars. The difficulty rating system in Osu is exponential, so maps get much and much harder the higher the star rating is. So for 8-star maps, you would typically see players around like the top 1,000 playing this. These two players over here, Vaxe and Sakimata 1, also known as MREC, these two guys are literally some of the best players in the world. Sakimata 1 being the rank 1 player, and Vaxe, well, he's American and he's so good that he lost interest in the game because there was a lack of competition. That's how crazy Vaxe is. That's enough about the leaderboard. It's time to take a look at what this map has to offer. As you can tell, this map is extremely difficult, even for me to play on stage. Oh my goodness. Luckily, there are a lot of different mods in the game that can help you in case you're having struggles like I am right now. So I'm going to enable a modification called No Fill, which prevents something like this from happening. Hey, I see that. Thank you. All right, we got a short break over here. Finally, I can let my hands recover. Remember, this song is around 210 beats per minute. Oftentimes, I have to tap that fast using just 2 of my fingers on the keyboard. Here we go. I still have an A rank. Let's see if I can hold on to it. You can see my accuracy in the top right. Usually an A rank requires at least 92.5% accuracy. Oh my goodness. Maps that are as hard as this are even like hard for me to play even now. But that's why it takes a lot of practice and grinding for players to actually get this good. For me, I've been playing OSU since 2013. So what is that? Like 7 years or something? I don't know, I can't do math. Oh, it's been an absolute journey playing this game. I've watched this game literally grow organically. There's no marketing budget with OSU. Remember, it's just a community-driven game. So it's literally spread through word of mouth alone. So thank you all so much for being here, allowing me to spread the gospel of OSU game. Alright, I'm going to try playing some of OSU's more popular maps. So there's a beat map that really went viral just off of how crazy it was back in the day around 2013-ish. It's called The Big Black.
Who's afraid of the big black?
Just off of the sounds alone, you can probably tell that this song is crazy. This is one of OSU's most popular beat maps. It clocks in at 360 beats per minute. Unfortunately, I won't be tapping 360 beats like times on my keyboard. Thankfully, the mapper has spared me for that. But I'll be playing this song.
Riddle me this, riddle me that. Who's afraid of the big black?
So like I said, this is actually one of Osu's most popular beat maps. It's really old. It's if you're a player who joined the game around 2013 or even before that, you've likely known about this song. And it's always held its relevance even to this day. Funnily enough, there's actually a story with this beat map because this is actually how I first got my mark on the internet. This was a video. I made a video on the song of me playing this song and then failing right at the end on that spinner, the last object, and I failed on it. And that video blew up. From that video, that's how I got my career as a professional live streamer. From that audience of people viewing that song, of people discovering Osu, they joined my channel. And now, to this day, I'm a professional live streamer over at twitch.tv/BTMC. I have my own YouTube channel as well. And this is the song that really set me on the map. So, I'm going to play... as long as time allows for it, I'm going to play one of my favorite bands here that's also a featured artist officially licensed for the game, Nebula Viscaris. I believe it's a European metal band, but they're awesome. I think you guys are going to love it. So, what sets this song apart is that if you take a look at the length in the top left-hand corner, this is 16 minutes long. So I might be away for a little bit for this one. This is definitely one of my favorite songs because it just tells a story through music. And that's one of the best things about this game. It's a game about music and allows you to feel the music through playing it with your hands. That's what rhythm games are really about, right? And the fact that this is so accessible allows you to really download this game at home and have access to all of these maps with no paywall whatsoever. It's for the community, by the community. The game is sustained by the community as well. This one clocks in around 7 stars, 1 star lower from that other map that I was playing. So it's also very difficult. However, the main difficulty of this song is how draining it is, how long this beat map is. But I'm sure you guys are going to love it. So close. tired already. Thankfully, there's a little break right here that I can recover. There we go. Oh, still got it. Now remember, guys, every single circle that you're seeing on the screen, I have to tap physically with one of my fingers. I'm only using 2 fingers here. Traditionally, most players will play with their middle finger and their index finger on the keys Z and X. Those are the default controls. Obviously, when you're new to the game, a lot of players typically just use their mouse and click with their mouse as well. But you'll find that that puts a way too much strain on your on just one hand when you're starting out the game. So most players try to adapt to a 2-hand approach, having their tapping on their left hand and aim on their right. So stamina draining. It's like you're running a marathon. Okay. I can finally catch a break here. So up until this point, this song has been at 215 beats per minute. That means oftentimes you'll see I'll have to tap 215 times per minute on my keyboard just to hit these objects. right, remember how I mentioned before that this song was 215 beats per minute? Well, unfortunately, that is no longer the case now. We're now going to speed things up to 225. Yes, 215 to 225. On the final chapter of this song. Now, up until this point, this beat map has been extremely challenging, specifically for my left hand, mainly because it was so fast. Hopefully you guys can see that. When this last section is going to be extremely challenging for not only my stamina, but also my aim. Keep in mind, this yellow dot that you see flying across the screen, that is my cursor. Most players will control that using their mouse, but I'm using a graphics tablet to control it instead. It's simply the preferred input device for most top players. Generally speaking, the more spaced an object is away from each other, the harder it is. Mappers will use that to provide emphasis when they're creating beat maps. And in this last section, what we're going to see is the spacing get insane. I'm not even too confident that I can even play this section that well, but we'll see. an extremely hard beat map. Oh. Now, you can see just how hard that I'm trying to perform just to play this map, right? But if you take a look at the leaderboard, you can see that there's actually an insane amount of players who have even gotten full combos on this map. There are absolutely insane players in this game, and you could be one of them. Your journey always starts somewhere. Okay, I think my time is starting to run out. I have around 8 minutes left. I probably have enough time for one last beat map. I wanted to see if I could get it from the crowd. You guys have any song requests? Just yell it out. The Deceit. Oh no. Uno? Oh, Uno's a fantastic one. I think we have just enough time for it. Oh, 3 minutes? Okay, we do not have enough time for Uno. Let's go with something short. Oh, this is a great idea. This is also another one of Osu's most popular beat maps, Freedom Dive. All right, I'm gonna try to squeeze it in. This is around 4 minutes long, but we're just gonna get started. So this song is around 222 beats per minute. This is actually considered one of Osu's most hardest beat maps back in the day. While this section of the stream is coming to a close, I do want to thank every single person here that's in the crowd, as well as the people on Twitch who are actually viewing this live on my channel at twitch.tv/BTMC. Thank you so much, guys. I'm still struggling myself. Still got it. in 2013 trying to play this. Oh my goodness. All right, guys, my time here is done. Thank you so much for attending. This was an absolute pleasure to be here. I'm very humbled by this experience. Once again, I would like to thank the guys over at Intel for allowing me this spot on their stage, and iBuyPower for making this entire trip possible. Thank you guys so much for coming, guys. Thank you all so much on the Twitch for watching, and I'll hopefully see you guys next time. Once again, my name is Edward Ling, aka BTMC on Twitch. If you guys want to follow me, you can do that there. We'll see you guys next time.